Yet another KaGogo live session.
Tenacious, tantrums of a tattered heart, expendable, indelibles of definition, indefinite, insinuated, still-houting, syllables, unsatisfactory, diction of dictionaries, meaningless, invention of verbs and proverbs in vain. We are trying to define one word, 4 letters, 2 vowels, 2 consonants, love. A man's passion is like a raging fire in tall dry grass, hot and fierce, but soon spent. A woman's is like a magician's cauldron. It must simmer first in the coals of time before it brings forth its spell. Be swift in all things but love. One of the most dangerous terms in the history of human diction, a mystery hindering us from our benediction, getting us in affliction with our dreams because we then turn them into fiction. If it could be translated into audio, it would sound like, I don't know, so compulsive. From the saxophone of humor, Segela, one word designed and combined into 4 letters. 1 word, 4 letters, 2 vowels, 2 consonants, love. A bundle of experts may battle at night, trying to figure out the truest intelligibles of definition of love, but they all agree on how it makes you feel. If it makes your heart skip a beat, then it's love. If it sets you replete, then it's love. If it makes you complete, then it's love. The truest intelligibles of definition of love is found in God, and God is love. Allow me to accentuate your minds, graduate your thoughts, and punctuate your silence, then perpetuate God's perfection in your misconception. Have you ever taken time, sat down, and thought about how it is that in the beginning of time, back in Genesis, God explored genetics unto greatest revelations. He called me and you man. Have you ever thought of how it is that from the time long past, He took the dust of the earth, cast it into a human body, possessing a soul to last a lifetime? Now let me in a lapse help you recall how the commanding phrase, let there be, was forced to elapse when He finally said, let us, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, make men in our own image. Image, right? Which means in His eyes we are all the same, no matter how lame, no matter the complexion, for we all fit unto His perfection. It's an eternal connection. Oh, face this, we all belong unto the race of His grace. No wonder when He looks at our face, He sees nothing more than a mirror. That's no error because all He sees is a mirror line in which His image is reflected. Image, right? Get the reflection. No wonder we're so fragile beings without even being aware. So all the time He commanded, let there be, let there be. He was simultaneously, like an archaeologist, spontaneously digging and digging for His image until He came up with me and you. Man, I'm the artifact, a effect of His art, light of His heart, part of His part, cut of His cut, song of His soul. Isn't that too perfect a effect? I sometimes imagine God in His what? Deeply biological laboratory, making His story, finding victory by so artistically and proficiently making sure that all the parts from His kit fit together like a hand in a glove to show His love and perfection. Imagine how He decided to fix these little marbles right about here and not over there and call them eyes, because that's what He saw from His point of view. How He gave me these iPhones and earphones, and then He airdropped His breath into my lungs, and then I dropped me into this earth, and then I tuned our souls. Then He called me apple of His eye, maple of His sweetness. And from His heavens He sent this earth a remittance for my inheritance, because we share a spiritual essence. This is no pretense, it's intense. To Him I'm like a ritual, so habitual. I'm traditional and contemporary, not temporary but eternally. So I tend to perceive life in terms of God's perfection. I don't know for what keeps me up from my sleep. Is it the fear of not seeing the next day, or the fear that the oxygen from my lungs can dry up in an instant, but He refuels me day after day. So here I am drawing God's perfection from little things like the weather, whether it rains or shines. He is in control. Look at how He raises a dark cloud high in the sky, forces it to cry when He opens the floodgates of heaven, and then He casts the rainbow. So even the rain bows for Him. Is in that perfection. Even though many have I none, I have silver in the stars he created, so I can wake up in the morning, stop mourning, stand bold and behold the gold in the rising sun. I guess now, in all our perfect imperfections, we are ready to join me to say, we are ready to let God belong to us belong to him, and the length of our lives be long in his presence. Allow me to accentuate your minds, graduate your thoughts, and punctuate your silence, then perpetuate God's perfection in your misconception. Have you ever taken time, sat down, and thought? Mfanumankonzwane SmiSmi the Poetic veteran.
iTunes. Wow.